Today, I'm going to share with all of you 3 steps to mindful communication. Most of us obey traffic rules when we are on the road to prevent accidents with other vehicles. However, how often do we follow rules of communication to avoid verbal accidents in our workplaces or our homes? Each of us in this world is unique and have a unique path in our life. We are all traveling to different destinations. What will happen when we don't pay attention to our own thoughts, which are the signals from the outside world, ignore them and move on? We end up in a collision. We all go through good and bad thoughts in our everyday life. It's only when we become aware of our own thoughts as we would at a traffic signal that we will be able to act consciously without causing harm to ourselves and the people around us. Words are tools that are provided to us in this world to communicate with other fellow beings. Words originate from our own thoughts and carry emotions. Thoughts carry energy, and this energy gets transferred into our emotions and words. When we think negatively, we create negative energy. However, we pay very little attention to the words that we use in our conversation, especially at home and in our workplaces. Why do we have to pay attention to our own words? Each word that we put out into the world are an expression of our own selves. Sometimes we unconsciously throw out negative words to another person, thinking it would hurt them or harm them. However, we all have heard about the Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So every negative thought that is transmitted out to someone actually harms us and not the other person. Let's take an example of us getting angry and shouting at someone using rude words. Based on the emotional intelligence of the other person listening to us, they may or may not feel upset. However, the rude words that originate from us have the negative emotion of anger, which produces toxic chemicals in our body and then transmits toxicity to every organ in our body, thereby creating negativity within us. This eventually leads to severe physical illness and can result in chronic diseases. Having understood this connection, what can we do? So, today, as I mentioned before, I will share a simple technique that includes 3 steps to become mindful in our communication. The first step is preparation. This step involves preparing your mindset during the communication process. There are sub-steps to this preparation process, which are stop and pause. In the stop stage, what you need to do is to take a moment to stop judgment and reaction. You can use any kind of reminders to help you to stop before you say anything out. The next step is pause, which means pausing for a moment by imagining that you are taking a step back using any kind of breathing techniques or counting exercises. After you're done with the preparation, then comes planning. Planning means imagining you're wearing a thinking hat and asking questions to yourself before beginning the conversation. For example, who am I talking to? What is the final outcome that I'm looking from this conversation? Where am I talking? Is this the best time for me to talk? Why do I need to talk? Will it help me achieve the final outcome? Having done the planning, then comes the execution. In the execution, use the answers from the planning to craft a message that is intended to be communicated in the most suitable manner towards the other person or people involved in the communication process. Please note that, as with any skill, mastering this technique requires practice. There will be many times you might fail, but the idea here is to never give up and keep practicing until it becomes an automatic muscle that works in favor of you. We cannot prevent all the negativity that is happening around us. However, if we are conscious about our own thoughts, words, and actions, we can absolutely prevent creating negativity and ultimately destroying ourselves. There is a famous quote from Mahatma Gandhi which goes like this: "You can't change how people treat you or what they say about you. All you can do is change how you react to it."